The year 2020 hit us with battle after battle. All of Los Angeles empty one day, attempting to beat a virus that forever changed our communities, only to be full of people the next, risking their lives to protest police brutality, fighting for our rights. Our simplest right to live was tested on so many levels. No matter how intense and difficult, we persevered. But our fight should not have to be so resisted by the powers that be. We deserve a government that will stand with us. And that is why this year, I, Fatima Iqbal-Zubair, am running for California State Assembly in District 64. I decided to run to make a change for over 450,000 people, from Watts to Compton, Willowbrook to Wilmington, who feel the status quo is unjustifiable. Now my fight expands to working class communities like ours all across California who struggle similarly. Although it may seem like this fight started in 2020, in reality it began much earlier. Colonizers came to America with the goal of conquest. From slavery to Jim Crow, to our black boys being treated as criminals while walking down the street past a police officer, this system prevails. A system where Andres Guardado is shot 10 minutes from my house, 5 times in the back by Los Angeles Sheriff's Department with no accountability, where Muslims like myself are pushed out of our own country and seen as outsiders, as terrorists. Our own neighbors barely have a place to live, forced out of our homes through gentrification, evictions, and high rents. Our communities are suffering disproportionately from COVID-19, systemically tied to the fact that our air is polluted, our water is dirty, and healthcare is inaccessible. Our students are undervalued and our schools underfunded. Our roads are unattended to and our access to green spaces and healthy food are few. We work twice as hard to get half as far. We shouldn't have to fight for these guaranteed human rights, but we have rolled up our sleeves and done it. Our community has fought against these injustices for decades. Through local organizing, we ourselves have been uplifting and empowering our communities. We stand in solidarity with each other. From environmental justice organizers in Wilmington, Carson Alliance for Truth fighting for the environment and against political injustice, to the activists in the 1960s and 90s in Watts and those at Black Lives Matter protests today, demanding that we defund the police and reimagine public safety. But our fights are barely being heard by those at the top, who care more about special interests than anything else. Police budgets were cut in LA, but barely. LAUSD is starting to defund their school police, but what about Compton Unified? Wilmington has been fighting for 40 plus years for healthy communities, but the rates of asthma and cancer have only increased. Our beautiful district can be exactly what we envision. We must continue to fight for our communities, and we must demand that the government actually work with our communities and listen to our ideas, solutions, and experiences in full transparency and accountability. We shouldn't have to fight another decade without being heard. We can't wait for good-paying, dignified jobs. We can't wait for our teachers to be respected and our students to have access to high-quality schools with great after-school programs. We can't wait for fixed and clean streets. We can't wait for healthcare for all. We can't wait for housing for all. We can't wait for a criminal justice system that treats us like human beings. We can't wait for more green spaces, access to clean food, clean air, and clean water. We can't wait any longer to dismantle systemic racism. I stand with all of you against the system born of hatred and greed. I promise to not only hear your voices loud and clear, but to act on them. I am asking that you stand with me, Fatima Iqbal-Zubair, so that together we can change our district and communities across California.